called Gone. I see Dad. Dad sees me. My sunshine. Right by my side, he will always be. The sun has drifted away, letting the moon take over us. I can hear the grasshoppers, raindrops dropping one by one, ready to be taken away from my dreams. I am gone. Opening my eye, lights of red and blue. My heart thumps, forcing me to stay in place, but I am not gone. Hearing footsteps, I am wanting to escape the commotion, but the knock-knock won't let me pass the doors. She is a child, showing manners, welcoming these strangers into our habitat. She is gone. They ask for him. I turn to see him. Seeing him just lay there, whispering, "Que pasa?" Rivers stream down my cheeks. I turn to see him. Now he is gone. The birds awake me. Facing his bed, I look. He is gone. But our love is too strong that stays within us. I guess it's our bond that brings us like two fish in a pond. But I know you're with me until the very end. He will never be gone.
The title of my poem is I Open My Eyes. I open my eyes, virgin to this world, wanting to be embraced by you, my progenitor. I open my eyes, search for clues, to decipher the message explaining, where are you? I open my eyes, tears slither across my cheek. I wanted you to pick me up from school just once. I wanted us to meet. I open my eyes, you are nowhere near. Don't bother to make phone calls or letters. I'm insignificant, it's clear. I open my eyes, despise what I see. They say I look like you. The mirror, my reflection, is my enemy. I open my eyes, I cannot disguise. The scar left behind, forever preserved. As I hear your name, I know I'm no longer to blame. I can only see you as nothing but a shame. I open my eyes, please don't come around. I can't forgive you, my life is made. For three people only, simply for me, myself, and I.
Okay. The title of my poem is called Within the Grasp. As we were children, I would see focus, determination, and readiness. Innocence brightened from your face, a steady mind at work. You had that path set, the path you ached for, the path that brought blood, sweat, and tears, the path to becoming the man with a briefcase. As you save a spot in your room, waiting for that certificate that says Martin Sanchez, Harvard Law graduate. But as one day comes, that all changes. Suddenly, I saw stupidity, weakness, and ignorance. Guilt darkened in the creases under your eyes, focusing on what's in rather than right. Enclosed in a box by ignorance as you take hits day and night. That spot that you once saved, now draped with a paint with letters of shame. You had it all, but you let it go. Once you were a lion seeking for its prey, but now you're just an antelope running away. You had everything planned. You had the mind. You had the skill. You had the knowledge. You had it all, but you let it go. Once a leader, now a follower, following the road that leads nothing but regret. As you feel like you're winning, but surely losing. As you drugs, sex, gangs get you nowhere. Society making these things feel right and cool, but in reality, you're just a fool. As you go on, day by day, begging, waiting, wanting for what society expects, you're just a small puppy, society's pet. The more you follow, the smaller you'll get. You had it all, but you let it go. Now you see, the damage is done, and society has won. You can't escape this wretched fate from the road you've taken, as you're bound by those letters of shame, and you're the only one to blame. Open-eyed to the life you had, the life that will no longer happen, the life that you dreamt for, as you soak in despair because you realized, I had it all, and I let it go. Thank you.
The title of my poem is Moving Forward. Ignorant in bliss, I blossomed as a child, moving past the precious moments without you. A typical American nightmare, which seems to be today's new standard setup. Only one to fill the space in my heart that was meant for two. When I fell and scraped my knees on sadistic pavements, no one was there to care for me. A playground princess suddenly turned into a wartime nurse, taking up arms and tending to her own wounds. Growing older, growing wiser, losing time to call you mine. Will I ever be yours? First loves bloomed and you showed a new, stern affection. But as the feelings advanced, my first fight, my first dance, you disappeared like a ray of light fading into a distant night where I could no longer see you. Growing older, growing wiser, Father, time is working against you. Can I ever call you mine? With you, words have no truth, and embraces have no feeling. But our relationship continues like a paradoxical love story. As days passed and my expectations withered, I decided to fall back into the black depths of life without you. Growing older, growing wiser, can I never call you mine? Faster paces and warmer embraces flood the space in my heart that you left bare. Suddenly, everything comes into focus. Who is that girl standing there, waiting for words to have truth and for the feelings to have meaning? You are moving on, and so am I, every day without you. You are growing older, but not wiser, and 2 years is not enough to call you mine. Will this new life be able to call itself yours? So I will be fine on my own. The world is waiting for me, and I'm ready to go. And see, you get a second chance. So don't decide to start worrying, because the world is mine for the taking. Go on and claim this new prince or princess with non-paradoxical love, because we could simply never be.
Hi, my name is Grace Pantalan, and the title of my poem is I Take the Risk. Laying down, I stare at a blank paper, thinking but not thinking, writing but not writing. My mind is an empty bottle, floating around in the ocean. I can't do this, I say. I look down and sigh. Tick, tock, tick, tock. Every second passes by, no words come out. Desperation grows. The light fades into darkness. Think, think, think. I lay my head on my hands. I close my eyes, gaze open now. A bird flying, its broken wings hanging. Yes, I am that bird. I might fall and crash, but above the horizon, I fly with all my might. So I stop now. I've failed more than once before, and it's not going to happen. No, not this time. This is my moment to prove myself, my moment to shine. I am the bird who flies despite its broken wings. I am not going to crash because I believe in myself. I open my eyes and smile. The vices depart away from me. My heart is packed with hope. I keep trying. I keep trying. I keep trying with courage, hoping that one day I can roar and say, I did it. So I sit straight up with my thinking cap on, and once again, I take the risk of making mistakes. Kaya ko to, I can do it, and I begin to read.
You might see and hear every day. Bitter words. You might see and hear every day. They might make fun of you because of who you are. You cannot stop it. You wouldn't like it if it happened to you. Racism, hatred. My little sister, a victim. My little sister, a sweet, innocent little girl, a person who enjoyed life. It happened when she just began junior high. Pain, sorrow, unhappiness. She always had a smile across her face. But one day her smile disappeared. I knew something was wrong. Her little world had just turned gray. She would come to me if she had a problem. But one day she ignored me and became isolated from her family. I was concerned. I asked her sister what was wrong. When she told me, my heart began to sink. A waterfall of tears ran down her cheeks. How can this happen to my sister? Kids were making fun of her
her because she was different. I needed to help her. Pain, sorrow, and happiness. So I told her, you must stay strong and ignore those hideous comments. Don't listen to them. I knew she wanted to rip their tongues out. Sorrow and anger filled her little heart. I didn't want to see her upset anymore. You must stand up. Don't let them make fun of you anymore. Pain, sorrow, and happiness. I wanted such hatred to disappear. Finally, she got the courage and did something about it. Her world was no longer gray. Happiness finally filled her little heart. She began to hang out with friends, and relief filled my heart. Happiness, joy, and cheerfulness.
The title of my poem is Expectations. Society always has expectations, always wanting for me to live up to their definitions. But in the end, expectations are only limitations. I say, who are they to tell me who I have to be? I live to only satisfy me. Society has certain expectations, whether it's to fail or succeed, harvesting people as if they were the ones who planted the seed, controlling the way I grow up. I want to know the world outside the community. They say, shut up. No need for that. Do you really think that I'm blind to the fact? Oh, you're falling apart. You must be a tagger or a gangster. What, you want to major in the medical field? You just fill me up with laughter. You're a troublemaker, not a double major. You see the kids in the valley? That's how you should be. But sir, I'm trying to be the best that I can be. That's not good enough. You know what, sir? I'm gonna stay tough. Society always has expectations. I gotta learn to break free from this containment, even if it means defiance. They tell me to go left, but I feel the right. So I'm gonna go with what I feel is right. I'll never fall into the trap of expectations, because in the end, they're only limitations. Be the best that I can be. I'll never go with the flow. I will go with the path that will lead me to my goals. So I say again, not in despair, but in anger. Who are you to tell me who I have to be? I live to only satisfy me.
The name of my poem is Love of an Abuser. Growing up, she suffered the death of her dad. She wished she could see that figure she once had. Ultimately, she would meet someone she would love so bad. Later on, kisses turned into disses, hugs turned into drugs, te amo turned into te odio, followed by a never-ending violence. As the years changed, as the years changed, the violence didn't. How she loved his body and soul. Thinking she had no other choice, she gave birth to 2 boys and 1 girl. One day she would stand up for herself, well aware of her solitude. Still, nothing would change. Her children watched hopelessly, the abuser and the victim forever alone, fighting her greatest battle on her own. 10 years went by when she finally stood her ground. Victorious, she had won the battle. By overcoming the odds with 3 motivations, putting them in front of her own marriage. We are no longer scared, fearful of life. We have the support of mom and dad. Together we form a family, impervious to reality. No, it was not easy, although she did have the support of my brothers and me. It won't be easy to forget, but as a family, we do our best not to regret. As we live, day by day, not forgetting what was once our biggest struggle, we are a family. Finally, it became reality.